Alright, and this is Mr. Gamer Freak 83 here, bringing you a new series I'm about to start called Overrated, Underrated. Now, took some time and thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, this would be a good series. Basically, highlight some games that I feel are completely overrated to some games I feel are completely underrated. Now, I know you see with the title there, fanboys. Go ahead, start writing your comments down below so I can just fucking laugh at you. You know, go ahead. Good, start writing. Don't even bother watching. Don't even hear what I got to say. So you fanboys out there, go ahead, start writing your fucking comments now so I can laugh at you. Now, for the rest of you out there that actually want to hear what I have to say, or actually want to hear me out before you write your comments, more props to you. Alright, so anyways, with Overrated, Underrated, as I said, you know, I'm going to take a game or a series of games that I feel are completely overrated and basically tell you why I feel they're overrated, and then highlight some games I feel that are very underrated. Now, as you see with the title, I will be talking about Grand Theft Auto. Now, don't get me wrong, Grand Theft Auto in a whole is not a completely overrated series. It's not completely. Now, I have been playing Grand Theft Auto since the very first one came out. I know most of you guys out there probably don't even remember the first Grand Theft Auto game. Probably most of you got onto Grand Theft Auto maybe in the third one, maybe on Vice City, maybe on San Andreas, maybe even the PSP ones or the whatever. Okay, but I guarantee you most of you out there don't remember the very first one. The very first one. And what tripped me out the most is not so the fact, you know, it had the mature rating on there. Okay, because, you know, it had plenty of mature games, you know, before that. But anyways, it also had the parental advisory sticker on there like it was a CD. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Does this come with a CD too? That's, you know, parental advisory? What the hell is this, you know? Tripped me out. And yeah, the game was a fucking blast, you know? I had fucking so much fun playing Grand Theft Auto 1. You know, it's so awesome. And then, of course, the expansion came out. You know, that was fun too. Grand Theft Auto 2, fucking awesome too. That was a good game also. Grand Theft Auto 3, cream of the fucking crop. I don't know. I can't tell you how many hours I spent on playing Grand Theft Auto 3, but that is probably by far my favorite Grand Theft Auto series. The game was fun, and then, you know, and of course it caused up a lot of controversy because, you know, it started getting popular, so therefore mainstream media caught the downwind of Grand Theft Auto, thinking it was like some brand new thing, when in actuality it had been up for quite some time before that. Alright, so anyways, moving right along to Vice City. Vice City, yeah, it was good. But 3 was still the best. San Andreas, I felt was, if it didn't bear the name Grand Theft Auto, I probably wouldn't have played. Actually, no, I probably would have played it, and I probably still would have kind of liked it, or I probably would have liked it a little bit more if it didn't bear the name Grand Theft Auto. Now, don't get me wrong, San Andreas was still a decent game. Okay? Now, yes and no, there's PSP ones, and PSP ones were fun too. I didn't play the DS one because I got rid of my DS way before then, and, you know, because I wasn't really playing it. There wasn't really much out at that time, you know, so I got rid of my DS and I was playing a PSP more, you know. Moving right along to the one that I feel is the most overrated, and that's Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, Grand Theft Auto 4, to me, was just god-awful, terrible, and boring. I mean, I was bored out of my fucking mind playing this game. Seriously, like, okay, I really, really wanted to like it. I mean, I really did. I really did, because I liked pretty much everything else from Grand Theft Auto up until that point. I liked it. So, I popped it in and played it for a few hours, and I was just so bored. So bored with playing it. Yeah, graphically, yeah, it's good, but graphics don't make a game fun, you know? So, anyways, so moving right along. So, I was like, well, maybe I'm just not in the mood to play it, so I came back, you know, a little while later. You know, and this is, of course, over a span of quite a bit of time. You know, and I popped it in and tried playing it again. And I tried quite a few more times, and I basically almost forced myself to play this game. Trying to force myself to like this game, but I just didn't. I thought it wasn't fun at all. Like, I don't know. I've heard some of the arguing people saying, like, oh, it looks so good, and it's so realistic, and da-da-da-da. Okay, I mean, seriously, do you play a game for complete realism? Or do you play a game because it's fun? And it's not like, you know, so realistic. I mean, seriously, seriously, so according to you guys who think, you know, since Grand Theft Auto 4 is so fucking realistic, you know, it's so realistic and da da da, why don't you go the fuck outside, go to some of these places, go to the fucking ghetto, okay? You go try to do some of the shit off of Grand Theft Auto. I guarantee you one or two things are gonna happen. One, you're gonna get fucking killed. Or two, you're gonna end up in fucking jail. Alright? That's gonna be the things. Okay? So you want fucking realism? Go fucking do it yourself. Go do the real shit yourself. Okay? And by the way, I'm not advocating that you should go do it, but I'm giving that as an example. Example number 2. You want to talk about realism? Okay, let's make a game that's completely 100% realistic, but in the Grand Theft Auto world. Okay, let's say for instance you steal a car. Oh, police get you. Dun, 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 dun. You go to jail, and guess what? You gotta serve your time in real time in jail in the fucking video game world in real time. So, you know what? You come back a little bit later, you turn it back on, guess what? You're starting in jail. Okay? Okay, seriously, how many of you people out there would seriously play that game? I mean, seriously, for driving, you had to, like, stop at every stoplight. You had a speedometer up there, so you had to make sure you drive within the speed limit, or, you know, maybe a little bit over. You know, let's do that. Let's throw that out there. Let's see how many motherfuckers play that game. Yeah, I guarantee you almost everybody would say that game sucked, or was overrated, or da-da-da-da. And I guarantee you, take the name Grand Theft Auto off of that. Call it something else. Pull yourself out of your fucking ass. Replay that fucking piece of shit. And you tell me how good it is. Take the name Grand Theft Auto out there. Pull your head out of your ass, Grand Theft Auto fanboys. Okay? And I guarantee you'll see the light. You'll see it. You know, like I said, I feel Grand Theft Auto 4 is completely overrated. It is boring. I don't know what else to say about it. You know? If you want to write your hate comments now after hearing what I got to say, you know, that I find it boring, you know, etc., whatever, go right ahead. Whatever. But anyways, let's move right along with the games that I feel are completely underrated. Okay, these games I found were going to be completely fun. Now, after the first one, I played the first one when I still had the Grand Theft Auto mindset. So, you know, I played it and I'm just like, yeah, it's just a Grand Theft Auto wannabe, you know, da-da-da. First time I played through it, yeah, I beat it, you know, and I did have some fun playing it, you know. But after a little while later, and of course, after a little while later, you know, I replayed the game again and I had a complete blast playing it. And the series is Saints Row. That's right. Saints Row. Okay, this game I feel is completely underrated. You want to call this, you know, a Grand Theft Auto clone, and yeah, you know, I thought that when I first played it. But go back now, replay it again, and you'll see that it's very similar. The first one, yes, you could almost argue, say, okay, it's a complete Grand Theft Auto clone, you know, but it's done better. The driving's better. Okay, the graphics, okay, whatever. As I said before, graphics don't make a fucking game. You know? Fun factor is what makes a game. The game's fun. I'm going to play it. You know? But yeah, Saints Row, the whole Saints Row series, I feel is completely underrated. Very much so. And then when the second, after I already played it, you know, and I got my mindset right, and I was like, wow, this is actually a fun game. The driving's good. I can customize everything. And they went even further detail in the second one. And then they just improved on everything. The game was awesome. They continued the story from the first one to the second one. And then moving right along to the third one, where they even continued the series even further. They continued the story. That's what made this game, that's what I made it feel that Saints Row is a very underrated thing. Because, you know what, in comparison with Grand Theft Auto, none of the games seem to go exactly in story. They feel like all separate games. All in their entirety. Now, yeah, I see with the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5, I think maybe they're trying to piece everything together. But for the actual games themselves, there's no, you know, story that goes along with it. You know, it's just like Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, 3, da-da-da-da-da-da. And they all felt like completely separate games. You know? Unlike the Saints Row series. Okay? Which, you know, it has a story and it keeps it going. So it makes you feel like it's the second game. It makes you feel like it's the third game. And the third game is by far, probably by far the most fucking outrageous. And people want to say, oh, you know, it's not so realistic. And as I said before, does realism really make a game good? Does it? No, it doesn't. Having a fucking blast is what makes it. And you get completely lost in this world. You actually, in some ways, even develop, you know, have some emotional attachment to some of the characters. You know, I can't even tell you half the characters from Grand Theft Auto, from any one of the games. I can't tell you. They're kind of like forgettable. You know, unlike Saints Row. Saints Row, the characters were memorable. It's a good story. You know, so forth. You know, and the story continues. And this is a series I feel is very underrated. So, anyways, I'm Mr. Gamer Freak 83 here, signing off. Hope you guys like this shit. You know, let me know what you think. Anyways, I'm out.